and welcome to MorningFile. I'm your host, Emma McCarty, and today I am joined with Nicole Crimi. She is a medical student currently studying at McMaster University, and here we are today to discuss the release of her children's book, Patty and the Pandemic. So to start, maybe just where did the idea behind writing a children's book come from?
So as a medical student, when the pandemic hit, I was sent home as well, and I was pretty disappointed myself. And the first thing I kind of thought of was the fact that I took comfort in the fact that I understood why I was being sent home. And my heart really went out to the little kids who probably didn't, because there weren't resources available to them that they could understand themselves. So being an artist and someone who loves writing and someone who's passionate about medicine and informing others, it just kind of seemed like a fun project to do that would potentially have an impact on people.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously the story has to do with the pandemic. Do you want to give maybe a gist about what it is about?
Definitely. So the story's called Patty and the Pandemic. It follows Patty, this kind of crazy, curly-haired redhead that essentially is going about her day-to-day life when this bad bug comes to town. And then rather than making her be afraid of the bad bug, it talks about how she learns about it and how she uses her knowledge to kind of defeat it. So the whole book is supposed to be empowering and basically goes through the basics of disease transmission, what to expect if you did get coronavirus, and then how you could keep yourself or your loved ones safe.
Yeah, that's great. So what are you hoping then maybe the main takeaway is for kids that read the book?
Well, so the main takeaway obviously is wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, I really want it to be that this isn't something that we need to be afraid of, and that knowledge really can be power, in the sense that if you know enough and if you are smart with your actions, that you can be better than this, right? And we can't prevent ourselves from getting sick, but we can prevent what we do with it and how many people we give the virus to based on our actions.
Yeah, for sure. So you wrote and you also illustrated the book yourself. What was that like?
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, I'm an artist, so it's something that was just really natural for me and really enjoyable. As a medical student, it was kind of nice being home and then having art as like this little break in between my classes.
Mm-hmm.
So it did take 6 months to do, because it is a really long process to go and design all of these little characters and then color them in and everything. But overall, it was definitely very enjoyable, and it's very satisfying to be able to look at now and see all of the characters come to life in the actual book.
Yeah. No, it's super exciting to you started with an idea and you carried it all the way through and did everything.
Yeah, exactly. I still remember the day just sitting by a bonfire with my father, just hypothesizing about this idea. And I still can't believe this moment that I can hold in my hands.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring up Doug Ford actually publicly acknowledged your book. What was that like for you?
Mm-hmm. That was a very shocking moment, like pleasantly shocking. I mean, when you start something like this, your hope is that maybe a few members of your community will be able to see it. And I would have been very happy with that. But to have someone like Doug Ford, who's been working so hard during the pandemic, take time out of his day, not only to meet with me, but then to acknowledge it publicly to so many people, just really made my heart swell with like pride and excitement. And then mostly it made me really excited that it allowed so many other people to hear about this project, and now my book can reach so many more people. So it's really exciting for me, for sure.
Yeah. So then kind of going off of that, what has the general public response been to the book so far?
It's been very, very positive. I've been very, very fortunate with so many people have been reaching out to me, sending me kind messages, talking about what they intend to use the book for, whether they're a teacher, a mother, father, or sending it to their grandchildren. And it's just been very heartwarming. And for me, it's been a reminder of why I started this in the first place. Just the idea that, yes, we're physically isolated from each other, but something like this has just been so empowering and so unifying, not only for me and the people in my immediate community, but people from across the country, even people in the United States have been reaching out. And it's really heartwarming overall.
Yeah, it was a great idea. Something that seems so scary, and I'm sure to little kids, they were sent home, they didn't know what was going on. This just makes it easier for them to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then my last question for you is, where can people interested in reading the book find it?
So the book is available at pattyandthepandemic.org.
That was Nicole Crimi, the author and illustrator for her new children's book, Patty and the Pandemic. To learn more about the book or to purchase it yourself, you can visit the link below. As always, for more MorningFile content, you can visit cfmu.ca/videos.